Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we're back here with some more Elite Dangerous. You guys asked for more Elite, and I will happily oblige because I have genuinely been enjoying the hell out of this game. Since that first video, I've actually unlocked all of the single-player combat scenarios. Really cannot wait for the 19th. Luckily, there's going to be a lot of other good things happening in the world of gaming between now and then to hold me off, but I've already grown a ton in terms of the my overall skill improvement with the X-52 and with the flight system inside of Elite massively. But as you can see here, we've finally completed the Predator and Prey. We have a supply strike mission, a mission called Incursion, and a mission called Factions. So these two missions I haven't actually completed. They actually unlocked when I completed Supply Strike, which was a relatively easy mission. I think we might actually check that one out though, because it did have some AI flying in it, which I thought was pretty enjoyable. Friendly AI is what I should say, of course. And then you have Factions and Incursion, which are two very difficult missions. So let's go ahead and run Supply Strike, and I'll talk a little bit more about just how natural the growth was in terms of growth. I would say skill development in flying in this game. I mean, essentially just playing these single-player missions. When I talked early about the game, I mentioned how I thought the learning curve for the game was like, oh, it just kind of slaps you in the face, but it does what it needs to do, because I mean, you have to fly, and when you're going to be engaging in combat situations anyway, there's really only like one level that's going to happen at, you can dumb down the AI and all that other extra crap, but that's really not the point of the game. So the curve is actually very nice, and the more I played the game, the better I got, and those early missions that were so difficult became much easier when I started to identify what I needed to do and the order I needed to do things in to quickly take down enemy targets, in terms of eliminating their shields with lasers, or just whatever you have to do before engaging with missiles, things of that nature. But these are our two wingmen right here, which are flying in sync with us. If we pull back, they'll pull back, and that's actually really cool. But we're gonna go ahead and engage this big score. Now it actually has two surrounding Federal fighters, but we're gonna ignore them and we're gonna go in for the kill, because that's how we roll. Now this is actually a relatively large Anaconda, decked out with a pretty decent amount of gear, and the one thing we don't want to do is get caught in front of its guns. So let's see if we can't do some sort of a real slick maneuver here. The one thing I've learned too about turning, apart from using the boost actually to shove the ship through a turn a little bit quicker, or at least to snap the tail around, is it's a very interesting dynamic actually. Rotating the ship quickly when you're in the assist mode, when you're flying with assist on, obviously, like I am. I don't have full Newtonian on because I've recognized that it's not something that I can handle currently. It's going to take a lot more time to understand how that all functions, but essentially I can boost through a turn. See if I can't demonstrate that here. Now we'll start to rotate the ship like we're going to do a roll. We got all the power to our engines, and we're actually going to let off the throttle. That's going to allow the ship to, sort of spin, because we no longer have that forward thrust. Get back on the throttle and pull through the turn. It's very interesting. It just makes sense, it's it makes sense that that's how you would make a sharp return, but I guess I'm still just really dumbfounded by the idea of space combat, because we really haven't had any games that have, just tried to be really deep about how they simulate, the flying mechanics. I mean, we've had like the X Rebirth games and things of that nature, but they've never taken it to the level that games like Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous are trying to do. Okay, target shields offline. We're just gonna blast this dude with missile rack, and that's the end of the day. Now we have two more targets. Luckily, these dudes seem to be already dealing with our two friendly pilots over here. So let's see if we can't help these guys out. Oh wait, actually no, we lost it. That is the big score. I totally lost focus of the target, and he is making a getaway. We really need to get after him. I've actually lost this mission before because I let him fly away, so it's a bit concerning. Out of range again. It's going to be a long and tedious fight without those. Oh, we have rounds back in our missile rack. I didn't realize it actually reloaded. Let's see if we can't deplete its shield and lay waste to its hull. not sure what's happening with our missiles there, but we can't actually get them to lock on the target. Sort of just bouncing off in a very interesting manner. I hit myself with the missile. That's, that's interesting.
Target shields online.
Well, this is Elite's procedural generation network. We've been flying into space for 10-15 minutes now. Not actually sure. And I do believe we may have just lost our contact. He made the jump to hyperspace, and we lost. Well then. What's up, Sickle? Looks like we're heading home without no loot, my friend. Mission was a failure. Where were you? You know, you're back there just hanging out, doing whatever. Well, you can't win them all.